I would like to share with you one last thought that relates directly to the way in which you choose to live your lives. Much of our lives are made up of clearly defined periods. Education is one of them. A college degree is an important milestone along that path. And when we pass it, we may feel we're leaving behind a series of rules and of rigid patterns, and that we're finally free. Free to choose for ourselves and to begin building what we want. But feeling free and actually being free are two very different things. The freedom that I'm talking about is something inside you. It is determined by how open-minded you remain, how receptive you are to the new, or to the different, to the infinite possibilities that present themselves, even if you don't go looking for them or could have never imagined them. And one piece of advice I can give you today is to not let the choices that you make at a certain moment in your life, choices regarding your studies, the sector you work in, or the career path you take, shut everything else out. There's so much more on the other side of the doors that present themselves to you. I did 9 years of university studies in Canada and began with philosophy simply because at that point in time in my life, it was something important to me. And then I went on to study something completely different and started to work as an accountant and as a lawyer. And I widened my path several times, first working in finance, then moving to operating roles from biotechnology to now trucks, tractors, and cars. I can't say if philosophy made me a better lawyer back then or if it makes me into a better chief executive today. But it did open my eyes and my mind to other things. There will be many doors along your path, and behind each one of those doors will be things that can change you and your lives. But you will only recognize them once you've embraced the philosophy of appreciating everything that happens to you. We all tend to filter the world around us through what we know. So try and go beyond what you already know. Fill your mind with the new. Nourish it with different interests. Open it to the extraordinary. Because life is too short to let the world we experience be restricted to our own limited vision. Those who are unable to see things from a different perspective, to listen to different opinions, and to go beyond their own limited experience, lose the opportunity to live life to the full. And the biggest tragedy is that they will never realize what they've lost. Of the many books I read as a teenager, one in particular was a source of great inspiration. It was a book titled Zorba the Greek by Nikos Kazantzakis. I'd like to share with you a passage from his writing. He says, "We're little grubs, minute grubs on the small leaf of a tremendous tree. Some men, the intrepid ones, reach the edge of the leaf, and from there we stretch out, gazing into chaos. We tremble, we guess what a frightening abyss lies beneath us. And in the distance we can hear the noise of the other leaves of this tremendous tree. We feel the sap rising from the root of our leaf, and our hearts swell. Bent thus over the awe-inspiring abyss with all our bodies and with all our souls, we tremble with terror. And from that moment begins the great danger. Some grow dizzy and delirious, others are afraid, then they try and find an answer to strengthen their hearts, and they say, God. Others again, from the edge of the leaf, look over the precipice calmly and bravely say, I like it. In that I like it lies the lesson, the beginning of the speech I promised not to give you. And in it lies the answer to what you will be tomorrow. It depends on how you view the future. It depends on the faith that you have in yourselves, your desire for knowledge, or your willingness to test yourselves. There will not be anyone pushing you to the edge of the leaf, forcing you to abandon routine or the sense of security associated with habit and with custom. It will depend on you and on you alone. It is also the only way you will find your wings and take flight. I can only hope that you will have the courage every day to listen to your heart and to appreciate all that the world is capable of offering. I hope that each one of you finds true freedom and is able to get up every day, look around and say, I like it. I wish you all Godspeed.